He said he was going to hurt with a shotgun. He takes her cell phone from her. He starts scrolling through her cell phone and walks away. She tries to get her cell phone back from him, and he's walking towards his car, and he says, "Look what I got." She didn't know what he meant, and he retrieves a shotgun out of the trunk of his car. It alarmed her. She said she feared for her life. This is all from a very bad breakup. Just wouldn't let go. She was 18 years old when all of this happened.
All right, guys, today's hearing is absolutely wild. Judge Boyd is in the hot seat, deciding whether this creep gets slammed with a hefty sentence or manages to escape with just a slap on the wrist. He's here because he couldn't take a hint. He stalked, harassed, and relentlessly refused to leave his ex-girlfriend alone, even going so far as to threaten self-harm. This guy clearly doesn't understand that restraining orders are not suggestions, they are legally enforceable commands, and courts take them very seriously. Let me know in the comments what you think his sentence should be. And if you enjoy content like this, don't forget to like and subscribe. Now, let's dive in.
Police were called because this defendant contacted the uncle, made some, and this is part of State's Exhibit Number 1 that was already given to the court as part of this plea bargain agreement, left a message where he was threatening retaliation against Jade Olguin. They had been in a dating relationship. They were no longer in a dating relationship. Also in that threatening message, videos were attached. One of the videos attached was her before the defendant had reached out again to the same victim, Jade Olguin, saying he needed to talk to her. She agreed to talk to him because he said he was going to hurt himself with a shotgun. She is with another female. They meet at a park. When they're at the park, he takes her cell phone from her. He starts scrolling through her cell phone and walks away. She tries to get her cell phone back from him, and he's walking towards his car, and he says, "Look what I got." She didn't know what he meant, and he retrieves a shotgun out of the trunk of his car. It alarmed her. She said she feared for her life. He also displayed the shotgun, threatened harm to her. That is the terroristic threat. He's arrested for that offense. As part of that offense, there's supposed to be no contact with the victim. As I earlier told you, he was booked in March, released May 20th on 2019. On that same day he was released, May 20th, 2019. He's charged with violation of the bond conviction, violation of protective order. Jade Olguin calls the police, shows the police a screenshot from her phone where this defendant private message.
I just don't understand why some people can't let go. If someone doesn't want you, the best thing to do is move on. It's their loss. But not this guy. Instead, he went completely unhinged, making threats and displaying alarming behavior that raised major red flags. It feels like we're seeing more incidents like this lately, especially among younger individuals. Whether it's the influence of social media or something deeper, it's definitely concerning. Maybe people need to take a step back and reassess their priorities. Whatever the cause. Stalking and harassment aren't just bad decisions, they're serious crimes. I truly can't understand this guy's mindset. Let's get back to the hearing.
Other criminal history.
Oh, yeah.
It shows there's 4 cases in Bexar County, but the terroristic threat was inputted twice. So these are the only cases that he has. He has no other criminal history. This is all from a very bad breakup. Just wouldn't let go. She was 18 years old when all of this happened. When those very explicit videos are sent to her dad and her uncle, she's being threatened with a gun. She's being contacted after he's been ordered by a court not to contact her. The plea bargain in this case is a cap of 12 months state jail. I think 12 months is appropriate in this case. Also, no contact with the victim, Jade Olguin. And Miss Jade Olguin is not present in the courtroom today. She just wanted to be notified as to the sentencing, so there will be no victim impact.
Defense,
Your Honor,
with regards to the capital 12.
my client has taken responsibility. There is no more contact with the young lady. And speaking with him, he has made it abundantly clear that he understood that this was not a smart move on his part, that it was rather childish, rather dumb, and he basically knows better. He has moved on in his life. He has other people that he is now seeing. His mother was here at the last hearing. They're very concerned about him. They do love him. Nobody wishes anything wrong on Miss Holguin.
Is there anything you wish to say?
Yes, just that.
Just one moment. Let me have you raise your right hand for me. Do you solemnly swear affirm the testimony you give will be the truth and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, you can lower your hand. Could you state your name for the record?
Kevin Johnson.
All right, what did you want to say?
Just, I know what I did was wrong a couple of years, regardless of how long it was ago. I know that it was wrong and I shouldn't have done it. And since then, I think I've become a better person. And
Wait a second, this guy has had a new girlfriend for 4 years? That's hard to believe. It's shocking, especially considering his past behavior. What happens if she decides to leave the relationship? Given his history, it's difficult not to worry that he might repeat the same actions. He claims he was around 20 when he committed these offenses and is now 24. If he behaved this way during a short relationship, it raises serious concerns about what he might do after a long-term one. It's surprising that his current partner is comfortable with his past. Perhaps she doesn't even know what's happening right now. Any reasonable person would see this as a major red flag. What do you think? Would you stay with someone who had a history like this? Let's continue.
I work every day, Monday through Friday. Just overall, I think I've been a better person since then. And I know what I did was wrong, and it was just a dumb teenager thing to do.
Right, how old were you when this was going on?
20, I think. 20, almost 21. No, I'm 24 in September.
I still don't understand why young people themselves in intimate moments.
It's just a dumb high school college thing to do. I'm mature.
And then I don't understand why I'm assuming that you love this person, is that correct?
I'm sorry?
I'm assuming that you love this person.
At one point in time, I did.
So, and I'm assuming that even after the breakup, you supposedly loved this person.
At one point in time.
And you were trying to, I guess, have the relationship continue, even though it had ended?
But just, I guess, in a way, there's no really explanation.
So I don't understand why you had a big issue with letting go. I mean, when someone tells you your relationship is over, you need to move on. If you want to go in your house and cry over it, then you go in your house and cry over it. And, smile even though, as the song says, smile even though your heart is breaking. And then go to your house and cry. But I don't understand. I've read the police reports and the stipulations in this. I don't understand why you couldn't let go. And honestly, I don't even understand with this new relationship, if she were to decide to break things off with you. I'm not saying she will, because I'm not in your relationship. I don't even understand why your behavior will be any different.
I believe it because I'm not the same person. I think for the most part, at one point in time, I did have a problem with my anger. But since then, I mean, I'm not an angry person anymore.
What have you done to improve your anger issues?
Changing people I've hung around, who I put myself with, who I associate my time with, and just that kind of stuff. Certain family members don't talk to anymore. Just that, all that kind of stuff. Just kind of, and then just talking every day about my problems rather than.
But anger is your reaction to situations. So I don't understand how you're just saying. It appears to me, and if I'm wrong, please correct me. It appears to me that you're just saying that I don't put myself around people who may anger me. It doesn't appear that there's anything that has changed about your getting angry.
When I'm getting angry or something that upsets me, I just talk about it rather than not talking about it and getting more angry. That always seemed to be my problem before. When I would be upset, I would just let it be upset and then make myself more angry rather than talk.
Well, that was a carefully delivered apology. But the real question is, was it sincere, and is it enough? I'm not entirely sure whether he deserves a few months behind bars or several years. Now it's time to hear Judge Boyd's sentencing and find out what she has to say about this disturbing case. Let's see how justice is served.
Your Honor, for a lot of the reasons that the state has pointed out, his age, his record, I think he's acknowledged that he understands and takes responsibility for everything he's done. I would ask for leniency to allow him to demonstrate to the court that he can be a different person. And even when he gets out, he will still be under the control of the state for a while. So we would ask that the minimum be considered, Your Honor, and given to him.
All right, the court will sentence you to 10 months in the state jail facility, give you credit for any time served, and that credit will include a total of 23 days. All right, good luck to you. We can go off the record. Mr. Johnson? All right, so at some point in your life, you may have children. It may be a daughter. It may be a son. I hope that you will speak to them about this issue so that they won't do the same thing. I can tell you that the person that you supposedly love, you shouldn't do hurtful things. Even when they break up with you, you're just supposed to move on. You know, maybe write a letter. Will you take me back? But then if they say no, then the relationship is over and you call it a day. If you would not have sent videos, which again, I don't understand why children do that, you wouldn't be in this situation. If you were to just destroy the videos, you wouldn't be in this situation. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
So I know you may think, curses, I'm going to be locked up, but take that as a time to internalize. And whatever you do, and I forgot to add this part, there's to be no contact with the complainant whatsoever. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, if there's nothing else from either side, then you're excused.
Do you think 10 months in jail was a fair sentence for what this man did to his ex-girlfriend? She was clearly traumatized by the stalking, harassment, and the terrifying incident involving a weapon. Part of me feels he deserved more time. On the other hand, some believe people can change if they truly commit to improving themselves. I'm still on the fence about this one. What do you think? Was justice served, or should the sentence have been harsher? That wraps up my breakdown of this court hearing. If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to like and subscribe for more content like this. Share your thoughts in the comments below. Thank you so much for watching, and take care, everyone.